one of the nice things about getting older is that I find myself less and less self-conscious about revealing my ignorance. I just I have a noob question. Well, maybe it's a noob question about DAWs and audio engineering. I can't account for this. I started doing this, I think, back in 1999. You know, through like a cheap, gooseneck microphone. You know, in the days long before USB, with a DAW written by an Italian college student named N-Track Audio. And I've worked in Nuendo, and I've worked in Cubase, and Reason, a number of other things over the years, and I've never encountered this. So I don't know if this is a cakewalk thing, or maybe this is just something that I dealt with in the distant past and I don't remember it. Anyway, I'm not going to make this a long one. This is my issue. This is my noob question. And there are 3 of you out there that I know of who might be able and or willing to give me some insight into this. So here's the deal. Last night I started on a new project. It's a song called Perennial. And I worked all night on it. And before I went to sleep, I did a mix down of the song so far. I'm not finished even the scratch tracks yet, but I kind of laid the foundation for about 2/3 of the song, and I knew that I was going to be driving today when I woke up, so I mixed down a WAV file so I could listen to it in the car. And here's what it sounded like. I'm not going to play the whole thing, just kind of like the intro, such as it is, and part of the first verse, such as it is. Again, this is rough. I just started this last night, so this is what it sounded like. Okay. And so it was peaking out around, let's say minus 2.7, minus 2.5 on the master channel meter. And I ran it through the Luft's meters because I was curious, and it was peaking around, I don't know, let's say minus 16, something like that. And in the car, it sounded, I mean, yeah, there's too much reverb on the voice, and there's other things it was useful to hear. I made some mental notes, and I come back home, and I open the project to get back to work on it. And this is not the first time this has happened. This has happened quite a number of times with Cakewalk. I come back and I open up the project and I press play, and wait a minute. Well, this sounds quite a bit louder. And at first I thought, well, maybe my system volume, maybe I'd turn that up. And I don't remember turning it up, but no, it's like right where I usually keep it. And then I noticed that it's peaking around 0. So I had to re-level it. I wish I had thought to like sit down and make this video before I re-leveled it and saved. Okay, so I can't go back to what the levels were, but they were considerably higher. The track 1 was up around, I don't know, minus 7. This is a Hammond emulator that I just downloaded. It's another one than I used before, and that was also around minus 7. And this one, decent sampler. This is a Juno sampler that this guy on YouTube just recently released for free. Nice guy, by the way. I'll have to do like a video on his instrument. It looks like this. And I had an issue downloading it, and I left a comment. He got right back to me, and he was super cool. What is it called? There's no name on it. He programmed it for this player. It's called Decent Sampler. And let me see, browse. It's called Magnetic. Magnetic is his channel name. Juno 56. And I told him I'm gonna use your Juno. I'm gonna use one of your Juno sounds in my next project, and he's like, yeah, cool, man. Let me know. And he even listened to some of my stuff on my channel, and really cool guy, super cool guy. But this one was up around like minus 9, and I had to dial it all the way down to minus 21.9. And the guitar everything was considerably higher. I had to turn everything way down. I'm only 5 tracks in right now, but I don't know what to make of it. Is it one of my plugins that I typically use? I went on the internet to good old Brave browser, and it's got this AI answering assistant, and I typed why, after setting levels in a new Cakewalk project, do I have to Re-level it later when I reopen the project. Why is it so much louder when I reopen the project? And this is the answer I got. And I don't think you can just pause this if you want to read it. Just pause and read. Okay? I'll just pause myself for a few seconds. You can pause it and read it. I don't think that any of this is the issue. It's just not. And I'm just, I don't know what to make of it. And it doesn't always happen. So it makes me wonder, is it a plug-in? That's it. I don't know. If one of you guys could, if you have any idea, I would appreciate any input. Enlighten me, please. Is it something I'm doing wrong? Is it an issue with Cakewalk? I mean, I love Cakewalk, but it's not perfect. I mean, nothing is, right? People unfairly shit on Cakewalk just because. But maybe it really is a Cakewalk issue. I just really don't know. Here's what it sounds like now. I mean, it's a little bit different, but just, I should have done this right after I played the earlier mix, but you should be able to tell that it's like, it's roughly about the same. Oh, I lowered the Hammond part an octave in the beginning. And I took some reverb off the voice. But I think it's similar, and it's peaking. No voice to speak. All right, now it's peaking around minus. No mind to reason. Sun setting soon into the night. Maybe a little more reverb, maybe. In this bitter season, changing leaves in failing light, cause of the crows, no more distant thunder. Yeah, so it's peaking about the same as it was early this morning, minus 2.8. And I ran it through Lust Meter again, and now it's peaking, around minus 16 again. So something is. I mean, I guess it's not hurting anything. It's just weird. I would appreciate any ideas that you might have. Thank you. From lovely, scenic Paju City, South Korea. And Josh, by the way, man, I've really been enjoying your live streams lately, man. You in your studio and rolling up your sleeves, so to speak. It's summer down there, so there's no sleeves to roll up, but you know what I mean. Getting down to the nitty gritty, and I'm not one to tell you what to do, of course, but I would, if I was you, I wouldn't sell that Strat, man. I know what you mean about heavy guitars too. God, this thing right here. This is a piece of furniture. It's heavy, and I know what you mean. I'm the same way. Obviously, you love that guitar, and I agree with you. There's some things in there that, yeah, I can see a case to be made for streamlining and decluttering and yeah, I get it, man. But so I just think some things, man, it's like if you have to like sell your blood, I would hold on to that Strat, brother. But dude, it's just so good to see you in there. Ever since I saw pictures of your studio and clips of it in your videos, I've been so curious about it. And it's really heartening to see you in there sorting it out. I just want you to know that, man. I want you to know. It puts a smile on my face. And Lord knows I've needed reasons to smile this week. Yeah, I hope you hang on to that Strat. And there's one thing I want to add. Yeah, you have got you've got something in you with that organ that there is there's like this abandon, but kind of, but controlled. But there's a word that I had in my mind earlier about it. It's not coming. There's a kind of controlled. For some reason, I want to use the word like brutality, the way you play that thing sometimes, and it's just, look, I admire people that can actually play instruments the way that you do. And I'm kind of at the point now where it's no longer even an ambition of mine to do that. It's like I do what I do, and I focus on my strengths, and that's not to say that I can't learn new things and become a better player. I want to do that, but dude, you've got so much ability, but here's the thing. I have no time for. I don't care how. Okay, the other live stream you were talking about Steve Vai and how you could listen to him all day. I'm the same way. Steve Vai, holy shit, Steve fucking Vai, and back in like 1989, 90, I saw him on tour with Whitesnake in Oklahoma City. And he gave me a guitar pick, Steve Vai. He looked right at me and he like did a thing with his tongue, and well, not to me. I mean, he was just always doing stuff with his tongue, you know, and writhing like a snake and doing his thing. But he looked me right in the eye, and he reached out and gave me a pick. And I agree, but Yngwie Malmsteen, I have less than zero interest in Yngwie Malmsteen. That guy does not. When I think of musicians that move me, Malmsteen does not even appear on my radar as a ghost blip. That is just like, it's just, it's not to say that I don't respect it. I do. I respect his virtuosity. I'm not like slagging on the guy. I'm just saying it doesn't move me. It doesn't do anything for me. I can listen to it, but never once in my life, that not even when I was a teenager, and it was like Yngwie Malmsteen's Rising Force, and I hung out with shredders, and not even as a kid. It was like, well, okay. I mean, all right. Super fast. He's really like, it's amazing, but it doesn't do anything for me at all. And there's a lot of players like that. I said I wasn't going to make this a long video, but I just wanted to say this. Like, there are some players who are totally fluent. They're like, it's like they know every word in the music dictionary, but they have nothing to say. Yeah, Yngwie Malmsteen has nothing to say to me. Zero. He's just, he's a wanker. He's the most interesting thing to Yngwie Malmsteen is Yngwie Malmsteen. And okay, I said I'm not trying to slag on him. It's just what I'm trying to say is, players that can play, really play. And I know you're out of practice, but you shouldn't apologize about it. Like you can really fucking play, dude. And but it's compelling and interesting, and you have something to say. You have things to say, whether you can't even help it. And I that's enough. I'm glad you're just getting right back into it and taking the bull by the horn, so to speak. And I've been really, I love to see your land that you're on, and you went driving around to see the sunset. I got to see that. And there's a horse. When I was in grad school, I lived in a cottage on a farm, and there was a horse. I get stories about that horse. So I had a horse for a neighbor for a year. Oh, well, 9 months, 10 months. It's just like really great to... I love your live streams, Josh. And if you and I ever get the chance to like trade stories, man, like some of the stories from your youth, and yeah, stepfathers and yeah. Okay, well, that's enough. So this time for real, I'm going to get back to. I'm going to try to finish tracking this thing tonight. Although I'm not sure I'm ready because I'm still thinking about the composition. But anyway, back to work. Much love to you guys. Over and out.